Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bashim Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect and to the speckled bird and all those brothers that's around the four corners of the earth doing the work. To you, I say shalom. And, I'm going to do a lesson on this article that I seen. Hey, they moving quick, man. The same scriptures are going to be brought out, until that time, comes, man, As y'all can see, man, this is, Elon, the guy that basically, I did a lesson on it. They took my video down, about, the implant, about, he was at the forefront of it, starting in 2022. But yeah, let's get into the article. It says, Elon Musk warns civilization is going to crumble because of huge declining trend. And now, what I thought of when I seen this is like, weren't they saying the Earth was overpopulated? You know what I'm saying? Because he's not a Rothschild or a upper like Edomite, elite, but he is an Edomite that's wealthy. And I would say he's like a lesser illuminary, if you want to say. But, and it's on the Georgia Guidestones, I'm going to jump to the 9 to verse 24, because, the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. So, I'm going to get this scripture. It says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? So these people covered up the faces of the angels and the Lord Yahushua and the Most High. So now when you type it in on Google and try to see what they look like, they're gonna look like so-called Caucasians, Edomites. Yeah, but these people, they're the ones that have been given charge and dominion over the earth by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And you got this Edomite saying that civilization is going to crumble because of a huge declining trend. I think this is just like an excuse or something to, push, their agenda forward. Because at the same time, I've seen articles and videos of Bill Gates talking about, depopulation. He was for that agenda. And I'm pretty sure they all know each other, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates and all these, rich Edomites that's in control of these different things. They all talk to each other, man, But let's see what it says, right? He says, I'm gonna start where he says, according to CNBC, Musk told the audience that civilization will crumble if the birth rate continues to decline. Well, I do know about Esau, Edom, their whole nation is on the rate of decline, right? And I believe I've seen a speech. I think it was Biden. I believe it was Biden. He did a speech on how I think it was like 2030 or 2035, something like that. Like by that time, there would be more so-called minorities, which are who they label us Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. There will be more of them in this country by that time period because of the declining birth rates of their nation. So this is the time of the judgment of the Lord, man. So he is right about that, but he ain't specifically telling you what birth rate. That's not talking about all people. It's talking about they own people. It says Musk is the father of 6 children. He shares 5 sons with his ex-wife, Justine Wilson, and 1 son with his former partner, Grimes. It says there are not enough people. It says he said at the event, which was held on December 6th, I can't emphasize this enough, there are not enough people. It says Musk went on to say that declining birth rates are one of the biggest risks to civilization. And like I said, I think he really means their civilization. That's why they're moving with this, pandemic so fast, because we know, like the scriptures say, You know, that they know they have but a short time. I'm gonna get this scripture. This is Job chapter 20, verse 4. I'm gonna get this. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. You see that? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, woman, and child. Hey, these people are the biggest hypocrites, out of every nation the Most High has created, because they put it up as if they are this godly and righteous people. Like I said, when I brought up the scripture in Job 9 and 24, when it says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges, which are, the angels, the Elohim, Yahweh, Yahweh. Hey, these people make it seem like that they are the righteous, man. They set the standard, for morality, and, they set the standard for life, period, in Babylon the Great in America, But we know that they don't follow what they claim, and they don't really preach the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? It says verse 6, it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and you see that with these space shuttles, space station satellites, and that's spiritually speaking too, right? They got all this technology, they can create robots, they can do your homework for you, they got, robots that you can so-called have pleasure with this wickedness, basically they have supercomputers. They can think for you. They know what you're thinking. They got all these different types of technology, man. That's the sword that the Yahweh Shem Shah gave them. It says yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, and they which have seen him shall say, where is he? Right? It says verse 8. It says he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he should be chased away as a vision of the night. It says, the eye which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. You see that? So, hey, I think that's what he's really referring to. He might not say that. He might say, he said all civilization or whatever, but I think that he's really referring to his own kind, because, like I said, I remember, hearing Biden, saying in a speech that, so-called minorities, us Hebrew Israelites, that we will be the majority in this country by a certain year, and that ain't too far from now. That's like, what, 20 years? That's not a long time. That's not a long time. And I've seen other articles where it was saying, that, hey, they're dying. So-called white people are dying faster than they are being born. You got a lot of them, they getting with Jake, man, and they marrying the other nations. They're not even marrying their own kind. They got low, sperm counts, The women can't even bear children. Hey, the Lord is in control of that, I'm going to read some of this, again. It says, I'm gonna read, where it says, the billionaire said that there are good, smart people that believe that the world population is growing out of control, and as a result, not having many children. You see that? And that's what these devils, man. Whenever it comes to them, hey, man, it's death. They act like they promote life, but it's really death. It says when it comes to their concerns, must claim it's completely the opposite. It says, he then suggested that people look at the data, saying if the people don't have more children, civilization is going to crumble. Mark my words, just as the tech mogul said, the birth rate is declining, and there has been a growing movement to not have children. But hey, that's also they encourage that. That's all a part of the wine of. I'm gonna get that right, because this is in this society, they don't really push or encourage, especially you Eves and Jake women, man. They don't really push or encourage you to have children. They tell you to focus on your career and basically live life and enjoy stuff first, and then when you get to like 35, when you done been a harlot and get all these things, then settle down. That's the MO in Babylon the Great, man. That's what they teach you. So dang, I forgot what I was gonna get. Um, Habakkuk or Habakkuk. Um, this is Habakkuk. What verse is that? I think it's verse. Look here. Verse 15, it says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, and that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, and that thou mayest look on their nakedness." You see that? Hey, so what he said, it's he says, what he said, people don't want to have children, you know. People think that but that's something that Esau pushes, on the world, man. Their own people and our people, they push that out. You see how the Lord, causes their plans to fail, man. Everything that they do, man, it's really to destroy them, and to overthrow them, right? Like I said, man, in this society, people, they tell you not to have kids young. But the Lord commanded us in Genesis to have kids, to be fruitful, multiply. But they tell you that in school, when you're in school and stuff like that, they tell you to get a career and, make sure you go to college and all that first, then have kids and stuff like that. That's what they tell you. That's what they encourage you to do. And even a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these Jake parents, man, they get that mindset from Esau. I was told that, to live my life in my 20s and, and then, when I get established at a certain age, hey, then to have kids and stuff like that, and a lot of people, they don't want to have kids. They don't want to be responsible. They just want to, do them. Hey, that's not what the Lord told us to do, man. That's not what the Lord told us to do, man. He told us to be fruitful, multiply. That's that's one of the, we got to do that, to keep going. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that scripture too. Fruitful. You see that? It says Genesis 1:22. It says, "And Yahweh blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth." Right? That's a verse of being fruitful and multiply. And it says, verse 20, it says, "And Yahweh Shai blessed them, and Yahweh Shai said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it," meaning take it over, man. It says, "They have dominion over the fish, over the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth." You see that? And I'm going to get Genesis chapter 9 and verse 1. Right? It says, "And Yahweh Shai blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, Be fruitful." That's a commandment. It didn't say you can be. It didn't say, or maybe. It didn't say, might be. It says, "And multiply and replenish the earth," man. That's a commandment from the Lord, man. But Esau, they do push, they push for you to go to college and get a career and stuff like that first. That's what they push. And then he's over here saying some stuff like this. Hey, they know that their kingdom is going down, man. That's why he's saying something like that. And I seen somewhere else where he was saying that civilization was going to crumble. These are all excuses and all reasons to bring in the enterprise, man. But I'm gonna get this because the Lord is gonna foil your plans, man. He's raising up the elect, 144,000. You know, and he's gonna give them spiritual power in these times to come, man. You know, this is Psalms. I'm gonna get Psalms 21. I think it's Psalms 21 and 11, if I'm not mistaken, right? It says, "For they intended evil against thee; they imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform." You see that? You know, they got these robots that look like humans, and then, you know, that seem like they can, you know, actually function as a human, and you know, they got all this digital technology, and you know, you can order online, and you know, hey, this is all a part of the new, you know, new system that they're trying to create. Their enterprise before the Lord come back, because they know that they have but a short time, man. You know, and they want you know, robots and machines to take over man. You know, Esau is the harbinger of death. You know, I'm gonna get this in I believe it's John chapter 10. Um, what verse is it? John chapter 10 verse 10. It says, "The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly." You see that? Hey, ain't gonna be no decline, or ain't nobody gonna be saying no stuff like that in the kingdom, man. You know, hey, we know Esau gonna be in slavery for 1,000 years. They gonna be eradicated. You know, once we set up in the kingdom, you know, then ain't gonna be no more Edomites forever. You know, so they pretty much the only nation that's not promised no type of mercy. But all the other nations, after they serve their years of captivity, hey, they gonna be good, man, and they gonna be rejoicing, man. They gonna be in the better state that they was you know, when they was on this side before the kingdom, when we was under the curses, man. You know, I'm gonna get this scripture. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Cause hey, the devil knows that he has but a short time. It says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, and woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." You see that? They know that they had but a short time. They know it. They feel it in their mind, man. It says, I think it's in Job. It says, I'm trying to paraphrase it. It says, he shall not feel quietness in his belly, meaning his mind. You know, so for him to say something like that, you know, hey, it's all a part of their agenda, you know, moving forward, and how they can take over and conquer. Because he said out of this, in the same sentence, that there's a lot of so-called smart people, those smart people he was referring to are people that look like him. You know, his race of people, Edomites. That the earth is overpopulated, but then you saying that, you know, civilization is going to crumble because, you know, the decline in birth rates, you know, or people being born. That's your own people, you know. But hey, that's all I'm gonna bring out. I was just doing a quick lesson. You know, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered abroad. Shalom.